My name is Vitaliy and Brisa. We are back again, and we're going to leave off 3 points of interracial potential marriage. So I'm just going to have you start off first.
Yeah, I am Mexican, French Canadian. My mom is Mexican, my dad's French Canadian, but I was mostly raised in Mexico. And he is Slavic. He comes from Ukraine. He was born there, but he came here to America to live when he was 6. So you have a good mixture of different cultures right there. And it's been such a wonderful journey for us and learning what this looks like exactly, because there's nothing, we've never experienced anything like that. And for me, one of the things that I really understood that is key to being in an interracial relationship is to come in with an attitude of respect. Not saying, oh, because I did it this way, then we need to do it this way, but saying like, I respect where you come from, and I respect you as a person, and I respect the culture you're from as well, and I accept that. I understand that when I'm coming in relationship with you, I know that that comes in all of you and not just, the areas that I like about you. And I think that's not only for interracial relationships, but especially when it comes to people that come from two different cultures.
Yeah, one thing I'm learning to overcome is the racial difference. For example, I never wanted to marry someone that was outside of my culture. And so being in a relationship with her helped me get stretched in areas I never thought possible. And one of those areas was, coming from a Slavic background, the men seem to be more macho and tough, and the Hispanic people are more emotional and more, gentle and soft. And so I had to learn how to cope with that with her, because sometimes I can tend to be a little too much for her, but vice versa. I don't know how to even put that into words. But basically learn how to cope with her. There's something about girls where they're more emotional than men are, but I think in general, just learning how to be with someone and speak their language just in general. So that was a big difference.
Yeah. People are wired differently, men and women are wired differently, but I think it's even like an extra challenge when you come from different cultures.
Yeah.
Because there's all of that. Sometimes it's not so much their personality that's like that, but it's the culture and the thought process that comes behind it. And that's what you have to learn to come to accept. And one thing that we realize, the both of us, is, okay, you come from a Slavic background, I come from a Mexican, French background, but we are not going to base our marriage off of Slavic culture or Mexican culture.
Yeah.
We're going to do it the Jesus culture way. We're going to do it from a biblical perspective, to where everything is filtered through biblical worldview and not through how your parents did or my parents did or how our culture thinks about it, but how Jesus wants it to be.
Some people say, how are you going to raise your kids? Are they going to be American, Mexican, or Slavic?
All three of them.
Well, they're going to be all three, all four. I don't know. They're going to be raised in a home where they're going to get the culture of Jesus, if I can put it that way. And the way we do that is modeling our own lives. So we're not going to identify so much with my culture or her culture or this present culture. I think eventually it'll be a mix of all, but initially it'll just be a culture where God's presence is in the house. As simple as that. So God bless you guys.
Yeah, thank you.